Oh, hey.
Hi.
What's up?
Your music's too loud. You didn't hear me knocking?
Oh, yeah, no, we were just getting a workout. I was checking some emails and
Nice.
reading a book and doing
Are you
some
making
laundry.
some chai in there?
Oh, it's Chai 30. Well, good thing you came by.
I'm so excited. I love your chai.
Well, here, come on in a little closer. Why don't I show you my chai recipe? Do you want to know my chai recipe?
I do. I'm
It's
really
pretty
excited.
tasty. Okay. Wow, your timing was just so good.
I know.
How did you know to come right now? So, okay, we'll start with our purified water into the blender.
Okay.
Okay, this is just a simple reverse osmosis filter, and it's a common household amenity. Everybody should have one of these. You have one at home, right?
I do.
Good, just checking.
Rainwater.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we're filling this up, 4 cups. 4 cups of filtered water, that's all. Okay. Okay, so here we have our fresh ginger. This is one of the superfoods of, this is just nature's tonic right here. It's an incredible food. You all know that ginger is just a tonic for revving up the metabolism. It fires up the spleen. It's a powerful food. So I'll generally put in a piece about this size, maybe a little bigger than your thumb. Okay, skin it all into the blender. Okay.
Wow.
Alright, let's put some honey in there. This is my sweetener of choice. Actually, I use a blend of sweeteners. I use part honey, part stevia powder. Okay? So, it's personal preference. I think a good round spoonful of honey will do. Into the blender. Okay. So next, stevia powder.
Yum.
Okay, so stevia rocks. This is actually an herb that has a sweet flavor to it, but it's a non-caloric food. It's not artificial, it's a natural herb. And that by using part stevia, I can actually use less honey. I like honey. Honey actually does have beneficial properties, but that still, it is a processed sweetener. It needs to be used with moderation. Now, just using a little stevia allows me to use less honey. I would use stevia by itself, but flavor-wise, it's not quite the same experience as honey. And so having the two together really just
brings it home.
Is my favorite. So, oh, let me show you how much I put in there. This is concentrated, so you don't need much. Just like a little more than a teaspoon. Okay? And you can play with it. Everybody's taste is different. You can see what feels good for you. Okay, so it wouldn't be chai if we didn't put some cardamom in there. So this is just a cardamom powder, and I'm going to use the back of my spoon here. We'll use what's probably about also a round teaspoon into the blender. So you know that chai is just an Indian word for tea, and really your tea blend, your chai blend, can be whatever you want. You can use any herbs or spices. Traditionally, chai, Indian chai, is just black tea, milk, and sugar. And then generally the deluxe chai has the ginger, the cardamom, often cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves. And this is my favorite, just the simple ginger, cardamom, stevia. You can try other herbs like spearmint and chamomile, but we're just going with the essentials today. Okay, so that's it.
That's it.
We blend it.
That is
you know
so
what?
easy.
Shoot, we'll just put a little pinch of sea salt in there.
Okay, yeah, that's always good.
I'm a fan of just a little pinch, that's all. Lid on, we hit go. Okay. Ginger water is all blended up, sweetened and everything. Okay. So this is just into the pot. Come on a little closer. Not all our ginger blended. That's okay. Sometimes you just have to break it up. Not a big deal. And blend it with a little more water. Just a little chai problem solving 101. As simple as that. Okay. ginger water, check. And for creamers, let's talk creamers. So my first two picks would be rice milk and half and half. I know that this may surprise some of you that I would recommend half and half, but just for the overall quality creamer experience, half and half, flavor-wise, experience-wise, does rock. And that actually, half and half, you know, is just half whole milk and half cream. And so there's very little lactose in here. We all know that lactose has a mild mucus-forming quality, but that's actually what the ginger does. This is a very balanced drink. Ginger slices and dices mucus from the body. So that using a little half and half is perfectly fine. I'm sure you've heard me talk how the fats in dairy are heat stable and are fit for using in hot drinks. That's why I don't recommend using like hemp seed milk, almond milk, these other natural nut milks. That they are wonderful products, but using them in hot drinks, you're breaking down those potentially high quality fats and producing those potentially thyroid suppressing free radicals. That's why I recommend using the heat stable fats or the non-fat creamer, just simple rice milk. So this batch will use rice milk. Give it a good shake. Okay, so we just used the whole box of rice milk. That's 4 cups of rice milk, and so it's equal parts rice milk and water. And that might sound like a lot of creamer, but rice milk is a very diluted product, so to really get the rich, creamy experience, it requires the whole box. Again, if you use half and half, much more concentrated, so I would recommend actually just a 3/4 cup, so much less. You definitely wouldn't use the whole box. So here we have 3/4 cup. Now again, we're just using rice milk instead this batch, so we'll stick with that, but you can use either one. Okay. Dun-da-dun! Yerba mate. So again, traditional chai is generally black tea. You can use green tea. My choice is yerba mate. Out of all the teas, this is my favorite. I feel that nutritionally it just has the most beneficial properties. It's actually a highly mineralized food, and that it is a stimulant. It does have caffeine, about the same amount of caffeine as black tea. Somewhere in between black tea and green tea, about 40 milligrams per serving. Which you've heard me talk about caffeine before, that moderate amounts of caffeine in no way harmful to your health whatsoever. That really what we have to be more cautious of is the heroic amount of caffeine from something like coffee. So this is the dry leaf. You can get it in tea bag form, but the dry leaf, about a half a cup. Half a cup of dry leaf into the pot. Okay? We turn the heat on. Give it a quick stir. Okay. Sprinkle a little of your magic into it. And we're good. So what I'm going to do is just heat this up to near boiling. I'm not going to boil it, but when it's near boiling, I turn the heat off, let it steep for just another couple minutes, and then I'm going to strain this whole pot with this wire mesh strainer here. Okay. Okay, we're there. We're there. We got near boilage. I'm going to give it a little stir. It's been steeping long enough. You can let the herbs steep as long as you like, but if you let them steep more than 5 minutes, it just tastes a little too strong. Bitter. So we're going to use our wire mesh strainers. I use the double strainer, and it's a really fine mesh so that you get all the bits out. Okay. All right, there we go. And then you can use just the back of a spoon to press all the moisture out. Simple as that. Do you want some more?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your health. To health and life.